5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It is time for Veterans News, and your host is in the room, Hank Whittier. Good morning, Hank.
Is your host Terry?
You're the host. Well, Terry's on the line, too.
Terry's on the line.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, he just wants to say something. He's kind
Sounds like he's got good news.
Well, I hope. Hey, maybe that's it. I like good news.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of good news and some bad, but.
Are you ready?
Thank you, sir. But I have my technical assistant. Sure, you can go have another cup of coffee now. Go ahead.
Do you want to go straight to the phone, to Terry? Okay.
Sure we will.
Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, everybody. How are y'all?
Hey, Terry. What's up, bud? What's
Good,
happening?
Nothing. Always like these kind of days when we get to call in.
When you have no casualties, right?
Yep, absolutely no casualties this
Outstanding.
week. So,
we like them too. They're the best.
Calls.
They're the best shows of all.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
And what a beautiful Thanksgiving present.
Yep, it is.
How you doing?
Hopefully, we'll continue.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir, Hank. I'm doing great.
Okay.
Things are rolling along pretty good in the sheriff's office, and
This is a busy time of year for you guys, more than
It
most.
is.
I guess
it really does, and it gets busy throughout the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
And we get involved in the holiday spirit and food drives and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
pretty
listen,
nice
you guys
to
do a
work
great
together.
job. I appreciate all your folks out there and all you do.
Well,
So,
we'll tell them that.
just stay safe. That's all we ask
All right,
of
buddy.
you.
Thank you.
All right, bud. Take care, man.
See you. Bye-bye.
I think, we no law enforcement. I don't believe any military either.
Unfortunately, we have 3 or 4 that were killed.
Yeah, but it's not through the Department of Defense thing yet.
No, not yet. They were just.
Well, that's all.
Pendleton.
What we get is the Department of Defense,
Yeah.
and it's always a delay
That's the only thing we had.
until it's official. I know sometimes you hear it on the news, but
I do have the CNN story. Did you want that? It doesn't name anybody.
no, I really don't. I like to get the names and stuff, and we'll have that next week, unfortunately. But at least as of today, we know that we don't have any from the previous few days,
Thank God.
week. But I believe there's some fire casualties. They may or may not call in if they don't.
He
call.
might have been trying, but we had to do a live ad. So
Oh, did you really?
it's possible, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can
Well,
wait
hopefully
a few,
Brian will
we can
call
wait a
us
few
back.
minutes, but it's nice when we don't have a lot of casualties. Some weeks just get, you start reading the casualties, it starts to get to you a little bit. That's really why. Usually I don't read them. I just
Yeah, right.
I've had 8 years of reading casualties, and sometimes it's just some days particularly.
Well, sometimes
Good, I'm sorry.
it's just so downing that all the things we get into, and then turn around and have to do that. It's like,
Yeah.
do I really have to do it?
Well, it's an obligation.
Yes, and it's a good obligation.
Tell
Don't
folks is
misunderstand.
no one should serve the way these folks serve, whether they're firefighters or police or certainly military, and pass without somebody saying their name one more time at
Yes, sir.
least, besides their family. So
Totally agreed.
probably the fire department may be hung up with something. It's 10 after now,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, just
I
about,
can't
yeah.
stand to get that sun coming in. You can
It's 8.5 after, if you want to know.
8.5 after. Okay. Well, is anybody local that anybody want to mention that has passed that we need to talk about?
Not that I
Nobody.
know of,
That's,
sir.
That's good too. See, so we're having a good day with the exception of the firefighters. I think there's 3 firefighters.
There
or 4.
are.
Why don't you do the firefighters? If they call in, then that's fine. If they don't,
Okay.
I know Brian, I believe, is out of town or something, so somebody was going to call in his behalf.
Okay, well, if they call in,
turn it
we'll
over to
still
them.
go. But you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
Okay, sorry. Starting out with USA Firefighters Fatality Notification is James Michael Hill, Lieutenant, age 52, 25 years of service. His date of death was 11/5 of 2013. He was with the Sycamore Township Fire and EMS Department out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He passed away at home in his sleep. Hill had been on duty and responded to the emergency incident within 24 hours of his passing. Another is David Roland Barr Jr., Fire Police Captain, 64. He was 47 years on service, and he passed away on 11/7/2013. Community Fire Company of Perryville, Maryland. While working on a traffic control point protecting the scene of a motor vehicle accident, Police Captain Barr was struck by a car and seriously injured. He succumbed to his injuries almost 2 weeks later. And the final one I have is James C. Goodman Jr., Lieutenant, 52 years of age. He's 31 years of service. His passing was on 11/11/2013 at Nedrow Volunteer Fire Department, Nedrow, New York. The lieutenant passed away while at the fire station from a cause still to be officially reported. And Goodman was found unresponsive to exercise room in the firehouse. And that's
Yeah.
where we have.
Well, police officers and firefighters have high susceptibility to
Unfortunately.
heart attacks, unfortunately, is right. All right, listen, Larry, go ahead and do that, and then we come back. We got a couple of things to talk about. I got a new revelation about the VA I'd like to talk about,
All right, we'll be right back.
ongoing.
That's interesting.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Okay, Hank.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Beth. Beth?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Hank. Hey, we already read the firefighters, but again, thanks for calling in. You can go ahead and mention their names again if you would. I mean, I think that's appropriate. We already played Taps and Amazing Grace, but you know, for the official part of it, just read their names again if you would. I think you had 3.
We have 2 is all I have.
2? Okay.
I have James Michael Hill from Cincinnati, Ohio. I have Dave Roland Barr from Perryville, Maryland.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in. I guess Brian's out of town.
Yes, he told me to call at 9, which I did, and I didn't get any answer. And you told me to call at 9:10 and I was on the phone, so I
Yeah,
called
no
as soon as I
problem.
could.
No problem. Hey, listen, again, I appreciate it. Just tell everybody to be safe, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you now.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, sometimes, I thought maybe they
happens.
forgot. It's okay.
Can't get everything.
We heard it officially. I think we had one more than she had, but that's
Yeah.
okay. All right, you got talk about food, which is always a good
Cody's.
thing first thing in the morning.
Fantastic with Cody's. Cody's Original Roadhouse, located right here in Ocala and noted in the villages as well.
Raise a little money, so,
You got a meeting with them?
Well, I had, no,
Possibly.
that's what I met with Joe about, so I got part of it covered. Now that I've got another part I got to distribute the things, but that's okay. I'm heading out to Denellen Way in a little bit. so,
Fantastic.
yeah, but Cody's, again, they're real helpful to us, and gift cards and other things, and, but the main thing is that they're helpful because they got good food and good people working over there.
Fantastic
All their
people.
locations, so we
And
enjoy
they pay
it.
attention to you.
I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. Good place to go.
I enjoy eating there. Love the steaks.
Robert, you enjoy eating anywhere.
That's true. I should weigh about 250
Yeah, you
pounds.
should. I'm surprised we're not heavier than we all are,
Yeah.
especially with all the goodies around, especially this time of year. Everybody wants to fatten you up.
Well, I'm trying to make sure I lose enough weight
My
to cover
God, I'll tell you
Thanksgiving
what.
and Christmas.
You know, and, every time they invite you to go speak someplace, it's the same
Always a
thing.
little
Got
option.
something there.
Always a little
You know.
food there.
Yeah, and you can, and, they feel insulted if you don't
You
eat.
don't
so.
grab a bite. Yeah.
Anyhow, Sergeant, I know you got some announcements to make. You
Oh,
always,
yeah,
got, you
Hank,
always got a
as
bunch.
usual, I have to bring everybody up to date with what's been happening and what has happened. And I'd like to let everybody know that the submarine veterans of the Nautilus base of Ocala is having a yard sale. And mark your calendar, this November the 23rd, which is on a Saturday. And it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and is in the front of the Bank of the Ozarks on State Road 200. And this yard sale is in support of the maintenance of that model submarine that they be dragging around in all the various veterans function. It is the U.S. Nautilus SSN 571, and there will be various items for of treasure for someone. And this model, it will be on display at that yard sale. So come one, come all, bring your money, and spend some time and some money with that submarine veterans Nautilus base of Ocala at that yard sale. Remember, it is November 23rd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in front of the Bank of the Ozarks on Highway 200. And like I said, bring plenty of money and spend some time with the Nautilus Bank, with the Nautilus base.
Joe.
Also reminding everybody that on the 16th of Saturday, with this coming Saturday, between 5 and 8 p.m., the Goins Lodge number 94 of Gainesville is going to be putting on a special presentation of the 61st anniversary and a presentation banquet at St. Peter's Baptist Church and Fellowship Hall in Archer, Florida. The occasion is semi-formal, and the address is 17020 Southwest 83rd Avenue in Archer, Florida. We ask that you come, and the tickets are $35 for a couple and $20 for the single. We ask that you come out and enjoy this presentation banquet because they're going to be honoring one of the old principals of Gainesville, and we ask that you come out and enjoy this banquet. And remember, it starts between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Saturday, 16th of November, 2013. Thank you very much for your time.
Very good. Listen, appreciate it. Joe,
polite,
well, he is. He's always polite. He's a nice guy. So, people
Thank you.
like,
I don't care what Hank says about you.
I say that about everybody.
Hank is a Marine, you might say anything about it.
Hurrah.
you know what it is? He's angry because I didn't nail him at the breakfast the other day. He feels left out.
Everybody that Friday. I was just sitting there.
Just
Okay,
sitting
I'm
on-
waiting.
You're waiting for X to fall.
I had all the comebacks in it, and I forgot them all.
Joe, I think you need to put your microphone on.
That's right.
It's on.
It has a
Yeah.
switch.
He's been in radio for 40 years. He doesn't know how to
I
work the
didn't plug
mic.
this one
Yeah.
in.
Tap
I
on
hear
it.
him.
Tap on it.
Is that on?
I don't hear it. No, tap it. I can hear you.
I hear him fine.
I can hear him through another microphone though. I can tell it's not that mic.
Oh,
You're good
Well,
at this, Joe.
you come down here to be around me.
You know what?
Dead Mike, sit here. He says.
He just wanted to be next to you, Robert. That's what it is.
I feel safer over here.
What do you have to tell
Anyway,
us? Something about
speaking
Cody?
of Marines, that was a good segue that went down the tubes. I tell you that. On November 19th, that's a Tuesday at Cody's. I tried to get this in there while you gentlemen were talking, but I didn't know exactly what time. So I had to actually call up Cody's, the store, and they knew. It starts at 5 p.m., Toys for Tots, at November 19th. That's this Tuesday at Cody's. So if you have your toys, apparently they're going to put a big tent up, have some music down there.
Good, fantastic. Well, that's another good program. You know, they collect toys for
Yeah,
the
it's something to do with
disadvantaged.
Marines or something. So I
Yeah,
have to be,
disadvantaged. Yeah. Is it
always-
true that you always wanted to?
I'm surrounded by Marines, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah, you always
I am
wanted a set
not.
of dress blues. Is that true?
That's it.
Yeah, I saw you touching all the dress blues the other day. Yeah.
I was a CB.
Devil dog.
I was a CB. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm in good company.
Anyway, that's a good event. Thanks, Danny. Good event, good cause.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you're helping again children who probably won't get a gift otherwise unless the Marines supply at your Toys for Tots.
There's a
and
lot of things. We've got a program going out. We'll talk about.
Yeah,
that
they
later.
usually help us out a little bit too.
Yes.
Go ahead and mention what you're doing over here.
Oh no, we're doing the station's doing Jingle Ball,
Jingle Ball.
and we're going to be helping the kids. It's $20 to get in, $10.
You get in where?
We're going to be at the Appleton. Thank you. So
really?
He's got all the information here. So
Yeah.
he's on the ball too. So
And how do I get in? $20?
$20, but it's only $10 if you bring an unwrapped toy that's worth at least $10, and we're going to give it to the kids. It's called Feed 100. Kelly Hart has been running that.
Okay, very good.
So yeah,
Mhm.
it's nice because she has Santa Claus is going to be there, give the kids presents. And actually, the down and out and the homeless are going to be fed, but they're going to be served. It's not buffet style.
Right.
So he serves them. They have a DJ there. So.
All right, so the 19th is Cody's. Bring a toy.
Right.
Bring a toy. Get
And ours
into
is going to be on the 21st of December.
Very
So
good.
we have plenty of time.
December. Yours is in December.
Yeah, ours is going to be in December on the
Okay.
21st, so plenty of time. Hopefully, I'm hoping we sell enough tickets. We're going to print. Matter of fact, the printer's doing it right now. We have 300 tickets printed up. And I'm looking forward to having the back of this studio full of toys.
Outstanding.
Okay.
That would be,
That would
do
be
my
great.
heart well.
Yeah, great. Yeah, again, I tell folks all the time, so many people in this community are doing so many things, and they really put their heart out.
It's that time. It's amazing. Vets Helping Vets does it all year long. But this time of the year kind of hits home.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it is. I agree. Hey, listen, we had, why don't we take a break and we'll talk about our little dental excursion we had the other day.
That was cool.
yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, that was
about that.
outstanding.
It was very
That was
nice.
outstanding. We had a good time.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
Looking for hand-cut steaks or just plain good food made from scratch daily? Then head over to Cody's Original Roadhouse for a fun, casual...
By 4 p.m., you pick up your banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404. That's 368-2404. Don't forget, they do vehicle wraps also. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
25 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's return to Veterans News and Hank Whittier. Hank?
Yeah, the reason, thanks, Larry, and thanks for listening, guys. The reason we took an early break because I knew Joe Martone would mess it up.
I messed it all
Knew
up.
he would mess that information up he was giving out.
I rolled it right into the other one. I apologize. At the Jingle Ball, we are going to be collecting the toys, and then it's going to be at the event, Operation Feed 100. That's Santa's going to be, not at the Jingle Ball, at Kelly Hart's event.
Okay, so you're just collecting stuff.
Her event is in December 25th, Christmas Day. She does her event.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's when they feed the hungry. So yeah,
okay,
yeah. So we'll
very good.
Straighten that out. Dan came in and hollered at me. You did it wrong. What? So apparently I rolled it in, and then I didn't realize I rolled it in on the same day.
You've been out of the home for how long?
2 days.
2 days. And you're doing well considering you're off your medication too. I think you did
medication. What medication?
Well.
Stop.
We have
What medication? Shut up. No.
We have a list of papers that take you back.
No problem. As long as I get here for about 11:45 for Fun with Joe, they let me out. Just go out for 20 minutes. Okay, you're done. Go back.
Have you ever got a question right that they've asked? I've listened to that show a few times, and I don't recall you getting one right yet. Has he got any right? Yeah.
I get lucky
once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while you get lucky with that there.
No.
I always wonder why.
Is that like the old $64,000 question where they hand you the answer first?
Yeah, but you got to be able to read, so that's the problem. Or it has to be in English. I can't read again. I had a question though. They always say, "Be careful, you're going nuts." Or the guys are going to come get you in the white coats. Why do they wear white coats? Why are they white? It's not like they're going to give you germs. It's not medical. It's mental. So figure that one out. Okay. Now that I got you all thinking, going, what?
Yeah, you're getting nervous, aren't you?
Look at my hands. Stop. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Your hand's talking to you again?
It does. Yes. Both of me. Yeah. You. Shut up. Okay. Yes.
This goes on all the time, doesn't it?
Oh, it does not. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Okay.
How many times a day they medicate you?
As many times they can catch me. They have to catch me to medicate me. Just like those three-legged chickens. They're delicious if you can catch one. Okay.
Listen, we had a good time at our breakfast the other day. I had a good time. Anyway, no one else had a good time.
Oh, I had a good time. It was like going to a roast with you.
But you weren't the recipient that time.
I loved it. I loved it. I wasn't. Yes.
Well, the problem is it's a target-rich environment.
Oh, yes.
You've heard before. But I was running out of fuel, which in this case was time.
Duck and weave.
I was just trying to hit as many people as I could. The only one to get off scot-free was the judge. I was a little intimidated by
I wouldn't mess with the judge.
What he might do should I stand in front of him someday.
Yes,
so.
He was scared that you were going to drop the gavel on him.
I'll tell you the truth. He does like to talk.
Yes, he does.
I thought he was going to come with a rubber gavel.
Yeah, I was ready to.
What was with that? He had helmets and swords and axes and everything given out.
Well, that's for our county commissioners for their good work on the budget this year.
He gave them axes.
I gave them a meat cleaver.
A meat cleaver. Yeah. A meat cleaver.
Yeah. Well, it symbolizes their actions this year.
Yes, it. And what was it with the helmets?
Well, the helmets were George Albright and Elspelman and Billy Smith like to play soldier all the time.
That's soldier helmets he gave them.
Yeah,
shiny
plastic ones with their little plastic swords. They were real envious of the doc getting the sword, so I figured, I didn't want to leave them
George
out.
was trying his best to use that knife on you.
On me, I know.
Oh, when your back was turned.
He drew way back.
Well, they're good sports. They really are. George and Billy and Elspelman are good guys. They like to. Actually, I think they like being abused. So, and I like to accommodate them.
That's your opinion, and you're sticking to it.
So we had our awards breakfast.
That sword.
That sword get handed out. That was a special event for Dr. Hagen.
Dr. Hagen.
Jack Hagen. For his service in Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
And there are hundreds of Marines walking around today
just because of
him.
I mean, they presented a sword that was unbelievable. I was really, really impressed because I had never seen one up close like that.
Yeah, that was an officer's Marine Corps sword.
What was the name of it?
It's a Mameluke sword.
Mameluke.
And Marine officers have been carrying that since 1805.
Right.
For their actions in Tripoli.
Right.
So, we try to think of something that would honor this guy. This guy...
He's very special.
Is special to us, and I didn't know him that well until I met him about 6, 7, 8 months ago. And then realize how important it still is to him. And, remember, people think, he was a doctor, he was saving people, but he was out in the field with the Marines.
Wow.
Getting shelled, you know. So as incoming artillery and mortar shells and small arm fire are coming in, he's trying to operate, he was saving
Front line.
Vietnamese, he was saving North Vietnamese soldiers,
Yeah.
but mainly he was saving U.S. Marines. And under those conditions, and somehow it all escaped, you know, I'm sure a lot of guys say, hey, thanks, Doc, but officially, apparently, he was never really formally recognized. So that was our way officially recognized.
He was holding it back, holding it together.
Yeah, he did a good
His
job.
eyes were ready to leak, but they
Well,
didn't.
his
He was-
daughter expressed total elation over what you did there. That's
Well,
no question.
They wanted to run Joe through with the sword.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
That's right. That's why I sat to the side, made sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was because he went
We
out to
kind
the
of all
golf
kicked
course.
in on that one and decided that, you know, we need to get him something special. So from the warrior culture to the guy who keeps you alive.
Now his whole family is military now.
Yeah, his daughter is a commander.
commander.
She's
Navy.
a doctor. I think she's an eye surgeon or something. I'm not sure what. The son-in-law was in the Navy, just retired, and the son is a doctor up at Paris Island.
Right.
Navy.
Navy doctor at Paris. Well, the Marines don't have doctors.
Marines don't have.
Right.
Would you really want a Marine doctor one?
No, I
Take
would
care of
not.
you?
No.
It's not a good idea.
That looks good. Let's put another patch on it. Okay, go.
Good enough for me. That's right.
about
Hey,
me.
we all had a good time.
Be
The
my
Judge
aspirin.
McCoon got an award. Lori and the Dorseys got an award. And Lloyd. They do stuff every day. The people don't say thank you to them to help veterans out.
It was nice of the
And,
organization, quote unquote, to do that.
Yeah, and then Lee Niblock, who, you know, you always recognize the county commissioners and the political figures, but there are people behind the scenes doing things,
Right.
making sure those commissioners know what's going on.
Now,
and
what
bring
is
them
his,
up to-
what is Lee's?
Lee's the county administrator.
That's his
So
title.
yeah,
Okay.
He's the one that controls the purse
For
string.
years, he's looked after vets, helping vets, and veterans in general. Made sure
Right.
that veterans.
So he's
are
the one
taken
behind the
care of.
steering wheel near the
Got it.
engine, quote unquote.
Yeah. He answers to them, but they needed to know that we hold Lee and everybody got an award in high
High
esteem. So
esteem, right.
they work hard. They work hard every day, not just for veterans, but that was our thing, obviously. So we had a good time.
Yeah.
The other one we had a good time with is at the dental clinic, Oak Ridge.
Yes.
Outstanding day. You know, I can't tell you how many teeth they pulled. How many,
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Extractions, fillings,
They
cleanings.
went out of the way more than what they said they were going to do.
They did more than they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
But when you get to look at some of those veterans' mouths, it was a necessary thing that you go ahead and try
they
to
were
do
not-
the best you could for the time that you had to allotted.
You know, in some cases, those guys haven't been to dentists since they left the service. You know, and that's
So
a
what
long
they
time.
seen about 30 people?
No, we saw more than that. We kind of lost track
Right.
after a while because they were coming and going, and some extras were coming in, and you know, so
But in the tune of how much? About $15,000?
over 15 grand, yeah, over 15,000
In one day?
yeah, over $15,000 worth of services. All those people would have had the day off. The nurses, the lab tech, the
Dentist.
dental hygienist, the
Right,
doctor
yeah.
himself,
Doctors, everybody.
That was their day off, and they chose to give their day off and serve needy and poor and homeless veterans.
Right.
Had a couple of homeless guys out there, and but most of those folks didn't have two nickels to rub together.
I
They're on
spoke
the-
with
and,
Lisa, is the manager.
yeah, Lisa's the
Lisa.
manager, and Dr. Bonesteel is
The doctor.
is the doctor out there, and I'll tell you, this is the first one we did, and I didn't know what to expect. I was totally impressed. I went out there about 3 weeks ago for myself just to see what it was like. I said, well, let me get the work done here. Real high-tech stuff, really, but besides high-tech, they're nice people, so.
Yeah.
Well, they have committed. I heard she said to me she was going to commit every year now. This is just the first. They're going to do it every year.
Yeah, they're talking about doing it again and making it bigger and better, and we talked about how to get better dental services for vets.
Right.
So it helps to have a dentist sort of in your corner trying to figure out ways
That's the big
we can do
question
it.
is because there's no dental service for veterans per se.
In general,
100% of.
well, if you're 100%, you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or you
Just
really
said
have
that
an
to make sure
acute.
you understand. Unless they're 100%, you do not get dental care from the VAs. Blah. Bam. Thank you.
Now, they're coming out with a program in January for a low-cost insurance. Now, how that's going to work, we don't know,
know yet.
because we just don't know.
But most of these
it is the
veterans can't
hardest,
afford it.
One at a
darn,
time.
hardest thing to do. It practically beg the VA sometimes. If people come into us with, they're in pain.
Yep.
And then usually what we end up having to do is send them up to UF, to the dental school, and have that work done up there.
really?
But that's time consuming, and it's a distance. And there's a few dentists in town who have helped out in the past, here and there.
That was I was alluding to. Is there's locally.
There's
here
a
in
few,
Oakdale.
but this Oak Ridge folks stepped up and did. I mean, getting 30 plus. I think 33, 34 eventually. Some folks didn't show up that was scheduled. Have them do that was just, and then spend that kind of money. I mean, they didn't charge anybody a dime. And so
It was phenomenal.
I was impressed then.
That's Dr. Bonesteel, right?
Yeah, Bone Steel and Oak Ridge Dental Care. And again, if you're looking for good dental care, from what I've seen in my own personal experience, they offer outstanding dental care.
Where are they located?
Out there on State Road 200, right at the west end of the mall, the Walmart Mall out there, up the Service Road.
Gotcha.
At the very west end. That's where they are. So
Almost to 484.
almost to 484, just a few hundred feet from 484.
Are they on the right or left side?
On the left side.
On the left side.
Yeah, it runs right in front of the Walmart shopping center.
Oh, okay. Like the strip mall in front of the
Yeah,
Walmart.
the little service road that goes in front. That's where they are. But the very last set of buildings.
Okay.
I got something to say.
Go for it.
Everybody seemed to have forgotten about that last week's roast thing that we had, and I would just like to mention the fact that Hank himself got a little plaque and a little award.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they gave them out for that.
Yes, they did.
They do.
For his outstanding work that he's been doing for the last 10, 15, 20 years for all the veterans, helping veterans, and for the programs he's set up and for everything he's been doing. Somebody thought enough of Hank to give him a little.
Well, Jeffrey
And-
Askew
And they gave him an American flag
And gave him
made in the USA.
Now I'm
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
made
I
in the
like
USA, and then everybody stood up and applauded Hank, and because we understand that you don't always get a chance to thank Hank, because Hank is in and out, going all the time, like the little Energizer bunny. I don't know where he gets his energy
Easy
from.
with the bunny down. Easy with the bunny down.
But the whole idea is that somebody took time to thank Hank, and we need to
good.
thank Hank all the time because he's always on the go trying to help the veteran. I just wish I had his energy. I'm into too many different organizations and too many things I'm trying to do. But Hank, we really do appreciate you, and we really do, and we thank the Veterans Association and Jeff Askew for really taking the time to recognize you and all that you do.
Jeff said he wanted to do something. I wasn't anticipating that. And he also talked about Joe Alfano a little bit because Joe's been doing those service work for a long time. So, listen, it's nice to get the award, but it's not about me. It's about everybody else that helps, really.
Amen.
And that's really what it's about. And, whether it's Robert or you, Joe, or Curly, or, you have to come back and say, hey, listen, we need help. We got some veterans or their families that are in crisis, and or the dentist or whoever it might be, help us out.
Amen.
Golden Ocala, we don't know. I mean, there's always somebody willing to step up. So
Step up to the plate, which is
Step
great.
up. And that's how. So really, that award is for them, not for me. I appreciate it, but I like cash myself. So if you want to do something in the future, Joe,
Yes.
cash works real well with me.
I got Monopoly money for you.
No, I don't want monopoly money, and I don't want what you pay Larry either.
And it doesn't come with the jingle sound.
Doesn't come with a jingle sound either?
No jingle.
Larry, I'm trying to get you a raise here. I'm working on a raise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to get a dartboard.
There's a new
picture on it.
union. There's a new union forming, Larry.
Really?
You know that?
Yeah, it's called
American
Painted Up-
Broadcasters.
You know what? Let's talk about Cody's because I can see this is going nowhere.
like it.
Cody's is always
Maybe we can
around
get you
us.
some gift cards, Larry.
Hey, there you go.
What did he say?
I get a gift card.
Yes, you are.
Cody's?
Sure you
Definitely
do.
want a gift card.
You can just go right there. They'll sell. Yeah, happy hours.
But, they're proud sponsors of us, and
We appreciate
they
it.
work real hard trying to help the veterans in every way possible. They give veterans a 10% discount
All the time.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah. But,
And don't forget, this Tuesday, go ahead.
Well, thank you for helping the veterans, but they help a lot of nonprofits in town.
they do.
They do.
So they step up again. Good neighbors, good people.
Good people.
Nice,
That's the whole thing.
Good people, good food. I mean, if you're going to go out and eat, go to a place that. I tell veterans this all the time. Why do you shop, and why would you go to people who don't care about you? Go to people who are trying to help you out.
There you go.
And Cody's.
They stepped up to the plate, as they say.
Absolutely helped us out a few months ago with something, and then I know that they're doing it every day, so we appreciate them.
And now they have something else going on for
Tuesday, this coming
November
Tuesday.
19th.
Toys for Tots, 5 p.m. at Cody's, right here on Highway 200 in Ocala, not the
Very
one in
good.
Summerlin.
Bring a toy, right?
Bring a toy.
Bring a toy.
They probably have specials. Give them a call, bother them, call them up over there.
Yeah, where is Nick today, by the way? Is that Nick on the phone?
I don't know, but do you have a phone call? You want to go to it?
Nick on the phone.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry, it's Mark calling to speak to my fellow veterans, to include my fellow veteran sailors, or the boss, we should say. I'm just simplifying Navy gray and underway. I just wanted. We've got some Navy buddies that we work with at these nuclear power plants, and my Army friends and my Marine Corps buddies make sure to say that to some of them. But and God bless the Navy. I would just share with the listeners that as we see on the news with the tremendous storm, Category 6 hurricane that hit the Philippines, the Navy and Marines have landed there. They've been there for quite a few days, but speaking of CVs, the combat engineer elements that come with these ships, you have two LPHs, which are assault ships that will bring heavy equipment. They've cleared sections of the runway. You can go on the internet and see that. So their C-130s could land there, and that are flown by Navy and Marine Corps pilots. But just remind people that if, unfortunately, I just caught a little thing on a competitor's FM radio station where they were talking about helping a country that may not help us back. What's inaccurate about that is, for those who don't realize, in the Philippines, the Al-Qaeda does exist, and the Al-Qaeda in the Philippines is referred to as the Abu Sayyaf. So as we Americans go to help fellow pro-Western powers that are in harm's way, remember we are fighting terrorism by being benevolent. So we did lose 4 Marines yesterday. I think in next week's show we'll have their names, but in a training accident at Camp Pendleton. So have a great morning, Semper Fidelis, and thanks for listening to me, Marines and sailors.
Okay, good.
Rah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, people sometimes forget, besides Afghanistan and the thing that catches our attention, the U.S. military is all around the world, and when crises hit, helping people out. And most of us have experienced that firsthand and been involved in humanitarian efforts, but that's not what gets the attention all the time. And it's a lot of hard work, and sometimes that puts you in harm's way as well. But those sailors and Marines, and I'm sure the other services are involved too, trying to help those folks out in the Philippines, and that tragedy that happened there.
When something like that happens, all they have to do is bring over an aircraft carrier, and that's a floating city.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
In this case, I think we need a lot more than that one aircraft carrier, though. I mean, that place has been devastated. I don't know if you saw the reports on it.
yes,
But it's nice to see again, and the service people don't always get credit for that. They're not looking for credit, but we need to know
how many other countries are bringing aircraft carriers?
Well,
over there?
that's right. I mean, you don't see.
Let's face it.
I don't see a lot of countries in that part of the world come rushing to their aid.
England has a force, do they not?
Well, England does too, and there's some countries a lot closer. The Chinese are a lot closer, and I don't see them rushing aid to the Philippines, nor some other countries in that area. So we are.
Let's say it like it is.
It is.
And we're building a new aircraft carrier.
We are.
No,
That's
it's
right.
already built.
The Ford?
Well, finished. It's being built, I should
Talking
say.
about the Ford?
The Ford.
Yeah, well, they christened her the other day.
Yeah.
Amazing. It didn't fall apart. So
Yeah,
hurrah!
That's outstanding. I talked to all you guys off the air about my favorite subject was at the VA. Now, it turns out that VA malpractice claims are going up dramatically. In the last 10 years, the taxpayers of this country have spent $845 million on malpractice suits against the VA.
Against the VA.
In 2012, it was $98 million in 1 year. And the concern is, I have two concerns. One is it's increasing. So something radically wrong is going on. The problem is, it's not. This has been going on for so long, and nothing's happening. And Congress is finally smartening up and saying, "Hey, you know what? We got a problem here." And you know what the problem is? There's no accountability. There is zero accountability. And finally, some of our own congressmen, like Miller, who's up in the Panhandle, has said, you know, the word accountability does not exist in the VA dictionary.
Really?
And I've known that. You know, I've worked with the VA for 15 years. There are some outstanding people, but my God, they carry dead weight around. And in this case, they're endangering the lives of veterans. And in some cases, they killed veterans because of their stupidity and their malpractice, and they're allowed to continue with almost zero consequences. And then the real kicker is how many of these people that, this is a short article by Cox Communication, and I think Channel 9 the other day out of Orlando had a story about a veteran who died because of malpractice in the VA. And it happens, unfortunately, frequently. And I see very little action. We don't need another hearing. What you need is the rules to be changed with the consequences are swift and certain. And right now, when they do this, whether they're a nurse or a doctor or a dentist, there's almost no consequences. And the sad thing is when you read the reports, in a lot of these cases, after they've done these horrendous acts of stupidity or malpractice, they're given bonuses. Year end, they're given damn bonuses.
Or transferred.
15. Well, I told you the story of my own personal experience over here at this VA about a doctor who would threaten her patients if they disagree with her diagnosis. She would threaten to write a letter to get their benefits taken away.
Right.
Oh, man.
And so we confronted her about that, and then and the VA finally did an investigation. They transferred her, but the problem was that was her fourth transfer in like 8 years
For the same thing.
For the same damn thing. So, no one likes to talk about firing people, but when you're killing people or maiming them for life, there needs to be a consequence, and they sure as heck don't need to be getting bonuses. But that's what the VA does.
It's all documented.
It's documented, and it's a situation that's getting worse and out of hand. It's out of hand. I don't care if you have malpractice for one. Because the way the VA is structured, you can't sue those doctors individually. You can sue the VA, and they don't lose their license because they're under that VA umbrella.
Okay.
So they continue, and it's not
The
just.
only thing that can happen to them is get transferred or get fired.
Well, occasionally they may get a week off. Now, I'll give you.
That's called vacation.
But that's with pay.
Another first-hand story is that there was a doctor who was in charge of a Boston hospital, transferred him down here because what he did, and I'm not a big Kennedy supporter, but old Ted Kennedy found out about it. What happened was they gave a guy up there the wrong blood.
What?
So needless to say, he died.
Yeah,
This doctor in charge, his idea of a punishment for those folks involved was he told them not to do it again. You got to be more careful in the future.
Duh.
That was the extent of it.
That was it?
That was it. So that happens daily, and what Congress is finally finding out because of these sort of reports is it's not getting any better. It's got significantly worse. So I like to see the veterans groups find out what we're doing in the VA and why we're having such a high incidence of malpractice, and then what's done afterwards. Where are the consequences? Where's the accountability?
Accountability, that's the word.
Yeah, well, again, those of us who have worked with them closely realize it's damn near non-existent.
There are no accountability.
So, anyway, that's my little. I complain about something every week. Usually it's Joe.
On that note, I'm leaving. Thank you.
Well, Justin, I like keeping you around, buddy. You want to play trivia?
You can play trivia. I've got to go.
Do you have to go?
I really have to go.
You really? Well, I always enjoy your company.
I
Joe,
appreciate that.
because you make us all seem very smart.
See this? I knew the other shoe was going to fall. Knew it.
You just missed it the other day. That's all.
I was appreciative that what happened. I won by the numbers, by sheer numbers. More people, more targets than me, and I just.
Yeah, there were about 100+ people, and I was trying to get it. I was wanting to get everybody, but you just run out of ammo sometimes.
No, you just ran out of time. You never run out of ammo.
out of time. You didn't run out of ammo.
Nice to see you, Joe.
So you want to play trivia?
I think we can play trivia, unless you guys want to talk about something else. I mean, we could talk about the VA, but people don't want to hear. But I'm hoping what's going to happen, and that lady who was on a few weeks ago, that attorney, I wasn't kidding about a class action lawsuit.
I wish she would come back.
I wish she'd come back because this is the kind of garbage that goes on, and it goes on across the country. across the country, and it's shocking to me that they've got away with it for so long.
As they say up at the VA, we're God.
Well,
I don't agree with them.
Yeah. Well, some of them do say that. But
Yes,
again,
I
you
know.
Yeah. And the good employees get so damn frustrated because they see it happening around them.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it? I mean, it just,
And
you know,
they think-
those,
And
you
they're
have
in
to
charge
see
of,
it.
and
you
they're
have,
in charge of our care. And they
Well,
don't
you know,
seem
like-
like they really care.
one of the wives, a widow now, said, you know, my husband trusted the VA. He
Yeah.
put his faith in the VA, and they killed him.
That's right.
Put his life in their hands after going overseas and fighting and doing what is necessary for us to
And-
try to save the country from terrorism and everything else. And you get back here in one piece, and then you put your faith and your trust in a system that's supposed to help you live a little bit longer, and then they don't care, and negligence and everything else, and
Well,
that's your life.
I think you got a phone call, and
Yes,
anyway.
sir.
Listen, we'll get into we'll get into trivia after the phone call.
Good morning. You're on the air.
That Dr. Hank was talking about threatening patients. She did something to me, and my legs still haven't healed, and it's been how long? What, 7, 8 years since she's been gone?
Oh yeah, you know that's right. You were a patient of hers, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know firsthand what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you had you know the experience. And as I say, she finally retired, thank God, from the VA, but she retired with a nice fat pension.
The only place she should have practiced medicine was in a prison.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, as an inmate, huh? Yeah.
Where the inmates wouldn't put up with her.
Yeah. Well, that's you're right, because it's funny you said that, because if she did the same thing inside of a prison, she probably would have been brought up on charges and would have been either fired or certainly sued or probably even brought up on criminal charges.
Or caused a riot.
In the federal government, they rewarded. The worst they ever did to her was transfer her, and as I say, I know she finally retired with a big fat federal pension.
And I remember I called you a while back about where I'd lost my handicap parking.
Yeah.
The VA doctor I've got now would only give me a temporary. Oh, you're only 61. You might get better someday and not need it.
Yeah.
Well, that one costs you $15 every 6 months, and the permanent one is free. So for the 4 years, the permanent one lasts. That's $120 out of your pocket.
Did you call that advocate's office? Did they help you out?
When I called up in Gainesville, they told me I had to wait till I saw my doctor.
Yeah. Give me my number, so give me a call later. I'll be out of the office until probably this afternoon. But give me a buzz, will you? All right. Hi, buddy. Good talking to you.
You too. Bye.
I forget. Yeah, that's the first. Listen, that was one of the guys that was abused. Funny. I'm glad they're listening. So
Yes,
it's out there.
It does help to know everybody's listening every now and then.
Yeah. So we listen. It's not about me. It's about talking for them and
Amen.
advocating for them.
That's
That's
right.
what it's about, and so be it. You want to play trivia?
Sure.
The drill is no one's been playing with me lately. I don't know.
No, well, we haven't been playing in
Let me
a
give
while.
the phone number so that they know.
Give the phone number out, Larry.
Yeah, if you
Because I don't
want to
know.
play, you need to call it in advance.
All I got on me today is I've got obligated for those gift cards, but I do have a Walmart card,
Okay.
$20.
The number is 622 WOCA. There you go.
We'll see if they call in.
622-9622.
They
And
probably
you got to call in, and then we'll give you the
Listen,
question.
call in. I'll give you the question. This is an easy one, and usually when I'm in a good mood, I'll probably end up giving it away anyway. So
We have a special somebody that works at the county that usually calls in when he gets challenged, if I'm not mistaken, don't we?
are you talking about Pete?
Yeah.
Pete. I've been
He's too
stumping.
busy?
I've been stumping Pete lately, so he's been intimidated about calling in. Yeah. Yeah,
You like to say, yeah, Pete, that's right. You're wrong.
Oh, I love it. He hasn't been wrong very often, but the last couple of times I think I nailed him, so that's which is unusual. And Kathy, I don't know where Kathy is. We got some steadies that call in.
Yeah,
but if you
Kathy's-
don't want to call in, don't call in.
Kathy's fast on the computer,
I can
but
find something else.
she won't do it
This is an
without-
easy one. I
Yeah.
give you,
Well-
sometimes I give you these stumpers, but I got easy ones today. It's the holiday season, and
Nobody's calling, Hank.
well, it's all right. Listen, I can save my card if they want a Walmart card. I got a lot of folks who like to get that, so no problem. put aside
It's getting close to Thanksgiving. They can buy
few
a
of them.
lot of stuff with $20.
Yeah, we've got, by the way, we've got a lot of groups helping us out for Thanksgiving. I think
Yes.
the Elks are helping us again.
Oh, yeah.
As they
Yeah.
Definitely.
do.
We
They've been
throw
doing
that
for
in.
a number of years. Our friends at Summer Glen Veterans Group are helping us out again. That's
Mm-hmm.
outstanding. We like that.
Yeah, people need to call us and get on a list if
Well,
they wanna
if you're
possibly
if you're
get
in need, yeah,
Yeah,
if you're in need, now, the list is almost full.
Yes.
They're very close to being full for Turkey Day.
Yes.
And we'll be doing another one for Christmas. I mentioned, of course, us doing turkey. Suzanne McGuire talked to me the other day and told me she was really hurting for donations. You got a phone call?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry, it's Mark calling back for my views. I'll take Hank's question. I'm no guarantees I'll answer it correctly, but
Well, Mark, you're a smart guy. I don't like smart people calling in all the time.
hey Hank, I'll take your backhanded compliment, and if it's any consolation, Hank, back in the '60s, I had three finches each of a different color, and the blue one I named Carl Yastrzemski, even though the other two were Bob Gibson and Kurt Flood. But
Yeah, is that
Blue
right?
Rock, I can't remember which. I was
I-
at Game 7, Hank, in St. Louis when they played the Dodgers, and but I'm proud of Boston. If it's any consolation.
Not much, Mark. Are you from?
Take it easy on me, old man.
No, listen. I'm not easy on anybody. You know that.
I know that, and none of us are, but that lifts the society up.
Okay.
Mark, are you out of town again?
No, I'm home, guys.
Well, good. Glad to know that.
Run an errand.
All right. Here's the question, and it's I always talk about Teddy Roosevelt, okay, but he had a good friend, his best buddy actually, very close. He turned the presidency over when he left, and they became enemies, political enemies anyway. Who was that?
Well, I don't immediately have an answer for that. I would just go with, I would guess, from that time frame, it would be not Garfield.
No. No.
That's right. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong again, Mark.
You're wrong on that one, Mark.
Yeah, you're in what? You're in the 1st Marine Division?
I was actually 2 MARDIV and also 3rd Marine Division.
Yeah, and your MOS was what?
Combat engineer and.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I shouldn't have expected you to get that right then. No,
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, it was Taft.
Okay, well,
Yeah, Taft.
I knew it was
You were close,
a big guy
but-
with a mustache.
Yeah,
That's
it
all
was
I knew.
Taft. Yeah, actually, that it's an interesting point of history because they were good friends while they served together. But Taft Roosevelt always felt that Taft double-crossed him when he got in, and actually fell back in with big business and all that. So interesting point of history. But you want to try another one?
Well, if you'll be so kind, I'll take you up on it.
You will, huh?
The challenge is thrown.
All right. So are you from St. Louis?
I'm from Springfield, Illinois, originally.
Okay. Now, if you win the $20 card,
10 back to you.
no, I don't want it back to me. I want you to give. You know who you can give it to? You can give it to. I was starting to talk about Suzanne McGuire. They've got a lot of needs out there. She deals with homeless children.
Amen.
And really does a remarkable job. Matter of fact, she's short. She's telling me it looks like she's going to be short this year of help. But here's a question, and it's for a baseball fan like you, okay? And if you don't get this, Mark, I'm going to have to ban you from Boston or something. But the question is, who was Stan the Man?
Well, I shook his hand, and I was also at the last game that he played. At the original Green Stadium in St. Louis, and they're on their I think their 3rd iteration from that point, and that was none other than shook his hand at his restaurant near the airport, and the usual number 6.
There you go, outstanding guy, and besides a great baseball player, he was an upstanding citizen from what I hear. So listen, you got that.
Actually, yeah, Hank, and a lot of folks kind of wanted him to do something politically because of his good reputation.
Is that
and
right?
kind heart.
I didn't know that part. Yeah. Listen, outstanding guy, but real character, real stand-up guy. All right, you got the card. What you do with it is your business. I mean, if you want to give it to one of the charities, it's yours to give. Okay.
Well, thank you, Hank, and I'll come by the new studios in the mall.
There
so
you
that
go, buddy.
can reach
Okay,
the-
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, partner. All right, guys, we got to shove off. Thanks for listening. Be safe out there, and always I appreciate your service, and God bless America, everybody.
And thank you very much.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. The latest pulse check on the job market finds a steady heartbeat. 2,000 fewer people filed for jobless benefits last week, the fifth straight decline, showing businesses see little need to cut jobs. Applications remain below pre-recession levels. 2 Secret Service supervisors are under investigation, and one has been removed from President Obama's personal security detail for alleged misconduct. Investigators say one sent inappropriate emails to a coworker. Senate Democrats who want to have a word with President Obama about his health care plan are meeting with him at the White House today. The White House is struggling to find a fix to the ailing system. A U.S. aircraft carrier today brought 21 more helicopters to the table in the Philippines. They've already begun shuttling much-needed supplies to starving typhoon victims. Passengers aboard a Southwest flight from Tampa to Raleigh say they were terrified when they heard the pilot say, "We're going down," just before the plane started to dive. Some believe the pilot accidentally left the mic open. The plane landed safely. This is ABC News.
Right now at the Home Depot, kitted 10-year sealed battery smoke and carbon monoxide alarms start at just $24.97. So, let's worry less. Let's do smarter fire safety. Alarms that won't turn off, and batteries that won't chirp for 10 long years. Let's do this. Kitted worry-free alarms, starting at just $24.97. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. U.S. only. See store for details.
At Advance Auto Parts, the power to choose and save is your Advance advantage. So right now, you can choose from 5 quarts of Valvoline or Pennzoil conventional motor oil plus a filter for just $21.99. You'll save about $8. The power to choose plus the power to save. Can you feel that power? Oh, yeah! Choose and save. That's your Advance advantage. Only at Advance Auto Parts. See store for details.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. We're in Florida. Intervals of clouds and sunshine today. There can be a shower near the coast, the high 71 to 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 60 to 64. Variable cloudiness tomorrow and warmer with a couple of showers, high 74 to 78. For Saturday, mostly cloudy with a shower or two around. Warmer still, the high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
So what did you do with your weekend? Me? I was flying, because I'm taking flying lessons.